Okay. Oh, I think I cut that off a little quick. Welcome to another Monday night live chats with Aaron Matthew Kaiser. That is me, yours truly. I think my frame rate is super slow. I don't know why OBS is telling me it's 3 frames per second. Um, I'm not sure how to fix that live, so we're gonna just have to deal with me looking like a robot on the live stream. Okay, so if anyone is experienced with OBS and knows how to improve this frame rate, I don't know why it is so shitty, but it is. Um, so really quickly before we get to it, um, this was supposed to happen a week ago. As you know, I kind of took a week break and last minute had to cancel my live show for last Monday night, and that was because I was in the hospital. I got hit with a severe case of vertigo. Don't really know what caused it. I'm doing a lot better, and about 95%. I've still got like it feels like there's a little bit of a vice on my head, but I'm I'm a lot better. So I'm jumping back into things, and it's only appropriate to bring our our guest back. I just looked at the preview for my two shot, and without further ado, I'd like to introduce the person. I've been waiting like 3 weeks for this to happen. You guys have been waiting at least a week. But here is Mat Deveaney, aka the Mr. DeVizzle.
Hi.
Matt, you're on.
Oh, hi guys. How's it going? How you doing, Aaron? Thank you for having me on the show.
Of course, of course. And of course you're wearing those sunglasses.
Dude, these
Um,
sunglasses they pinch my nose. It makes me feel like I have boogers. I mean, I have boogers, but it makes me feel like I have more boogers.
they pinch a bit, so you wear them on other parts of your body.
All right.
So, oh man, I wish I knew why the frame rate was just so bad. You know, I wonder
Probably
if
has to
it's the
do with your downloads. Like, what are you downloading, Aaron, right now?
I'm not downloading anything, but the frames per second literally is like 2.5 frames per second.
Not
Uh,
downloading anything, sure.
no, I'm not downloading nothing. Nothing. You know, the only thing I can try is, I've got this second monitor set up, and it supposedly helped last time when I closed it. So let's try that again. Let's disconnect. Is that any better? Well, hey, it now says it's like 13 frames a second, so I guess that is better. I just need to.
Now I can make swift movements like this.
Yeah, I think that actually helped.
Cool.
Guys in the chat, did that do anything? Hold me closer, Tony Danza. John says. Uh, just got to get my brick out and plug in, so I've got power. Okay, so I have the reason I've been looking forward to um, tonight's show is because I think, Matt, you are maybe crazier than I am.
What do you mean? I'm not crazy.
Not crazy. Your vlogs beg to differ.
Crazy is the new normal. I
Okay,
don't
yeah,
know
I
what.
don't. John says that this helped. Drew says this helped. Mark says this is better. I don't know why having this monitor is doing this. I may have to take my laptop back down to the Apple store and say, I got a problem when I'm plugged into this thing.
Do it.
Do it. All right. So, well, let's talk about how long have you've been putting out a vlog every single day for this year, haven't you?
To some point, yeah. I have been, as of late, I went on vacation for like almost 2 weeks, and I got one day behind, and then after coming back from vacation, I was like, okay, I'll catch up pretty easily. And then I just sort of took some time and was just like, I've still been filming every day. I just haven't been editing. So I'm like close to a week behind. I'm sure there's something in the chat I'm missing, huh?
Yeah, Drew wants to know if you are on this call from the bathroom.
No, that's a window, and this is a couch right here. Let me get a better frame here. That's a love seat. This is a seat of love.
Do you make love on that love seat?
No.
Well, I'm not sure
Sorry.
to be disappointed in you or what.
There's been plenty of people disappointed in me. It's fine. I understand.
So
About 200 days, somewhere around between 205 and like 210. I was going one every day, and then hit a snag there, and I was one day behind, and now I'm like, I think 5 or 6 behind. I just uploaded the first time today in maybe 5 days, and it was for last Tuesday. So I'm about 5 days behind the regular schedule. Because tomorrow's vlog would be this Tuesday, and that would be uploaded on Wednesday. So yeah. But I'm gonna take some. I'm gonna drink some espresso tonight, and I'll be all right.
Are you doing some more editing this evening then?
Probably, yeah. I mean, I just got done delivering some pizzas for 8 hours, and I'll try to edit something tonight. I like the feeling of going to bed with something edited to upload in the morning.
Okay.
I've gotten into this curse where I during summer I've put off the editing and I've saved it for like morning, and it just doesn't work out well.
Yeah.
But
I know that I get when I've gotten stuff done, like finished in the middle of the night, like 2 a.m. Like, all right, I'm done. It's exported, and I can't wait to upload it right then and there and do everything. And I even want to I'll schedule it for 10. No, I'll schedule it for 2 minutes from now.
Yeah. See, my biggest thing is that my biggest thing is when I'm done editing it, I will put it all together, and as soon as I hit export, I'm like, okay, I'm done. That's it. And the whole editing process is so exhausting that I don't add the right amount of tags. I don't do enough to optimize it at times, and that's where I get in the right mindset where I'm all right putting out content every single day. I feel like that's the achievement in a way, and I got to get past that, and I got to do more with it. That's been the killer. And it's been this thing should I move away from daily vlogs? And then I'm just like, no, it's part of what I do, especially when the school year starts. I get a lot of involvement from students, and they're more interested in my class and me in general when they see that every day. Literally, as soon as summer started, my view count dropped by 50, 60 a day. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. So
I don't think I've gone back because we relatively recently got acquainted. And I don't think I've seen any of your school time vlogs yet.
Well, the funny thing is right around the end of the school year, I was probably right around 350 subs. So I was I've grown a lot since then with different things and things we've talked about in the group and everything. And then literally right when I was around 350 subs, I was getting more than 30% views every single day. Somewhere between 100 and 120, very steady. And then as my subs grew, my channel started to grow and I was getting more views, but then there was a huge drop off from my prior views because the school I used to be at, I got transferred to a new school this year. So basically all those kids were like, oh, we'll never see him again. Who cares about his content?
Ouch. So what kind of student involvement did you have? What were you doing?
Well, that was one of the reasons I started. I started up until last December. I wasn't on social media at all. So a lot of teachers don't love social media just because of all the things that can go wrong. And I was just sort of sick of social media with all the negativity you see out there, just all the trolling and especially around the election and stuff, just everyone getting online and acting like they either have a law degree or they're the general manager for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Like just a lot of annoying stuff over the years, and I just got sick of it, all the negativity out there. And then I went to this conference, this educational conference in December, and I sat in on the speaker. He was his name's Joe Sanfilippo. He's a superintendent at, I think, Falls Creek, Wisconsin, maybe. Real small school. Basically, he's very social media based. Like he loves it. His motto is you have your own story to tell, and if you don't tell your story, then someone else can. Basically, like as a teacher, it's very easy to get a reputation. Like people can very easily talk trash on me and say he's not a good teacher, blah blah blah. He doesn't do this or he does this wrong. But if you tell your own story, it makes it much harder for people to say, he does this. You can sort of build your own reputation for yourself, which I sort of fell in love with. And I actually, that day, like I got on Twitter again, I got on Facebook, I got on Snapchat, I got on Instagram, and I was just like doing different things, like fun, exciting things. Like on Snapchat, I'd literally go on like pizza deliveries, and I'd make all my customers get in a Snapchat with me and all this different stuff. And I'd always do these daily like announcements, and all these kids at school started following me, and they started becoming more interested in what I was doing on social media. And then a few kids approached me and they were like, you should start vlogging. And at this point, like December, I was like, what's vlogging? Like I had no idea. Like I didn't know who Casey Neistat was in December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was before, like shortly before I started vlogging again at the end of last year.
Okay.
So and that was he actually seeing what he had been doing was one of the big reasons why I jumped back into it, because I saw my old stuff and I saw what he was doing and I kind of saw what I was doing wrong before and what I could add to it.
And the thing is that I was on YouTube for like 2 years strong. Probably about 2 years ago, I guess. So go back 4 years and then go back 3 years. And in that 2 year window there, I was on YouTube for a while, but I wasn't using it like I wasn't interested in subscriber growth or anything like that. I was just using it as a platform for something I was doing in class. So I started making this new trend, sort of fad in education. It's called flipped learning, flipped classrooms, where basically you take what you do in class, the lecture, and you put it online as the homework. So I was creating lessons every single day, just as if I'd be creating vlogs, and I was putting them online, and kids were viewing those, and when they would come to class and we would do the lesson, we would do like the homework part of it. So I was on YouTube at the point of like when vlogging took off. I just didn't pay attention, I guess. So
yeah. So one of the things I love about your channel is you've got your own style. Even like you said you've seen Casey, and Casey's got a very unique style. And there's a lot of people that when they start jumping in and wanting to do the Casey vlogs, they completely mimic his style, and you don't do that at all. Yours are a little bit more hyper.
I like to say that. I mean, the visual effects and the editing, I think, is just creativity when it comes down to it. I mean, I could do that type of stuff, I think, but I just feel like it'll drag me down over time. I think I do a lot with what I have. And like things like a GoPro or a drone, they're awesome. I just use them as different tools of creativity. That's what I see them as. That's what I use them for. I think with my vlogs, like most people don't know iPhones can shoot in 4K. So I shoot a lot of footage with the rear-facing camera in 4K, and then the front-facing camera is like 720. So
it depends on which one you've got. If you've got the most recent, it's 1080.
Okay, yeah, so that'd be the 7, but I have the 6S.
Okay.
But like I don't worry too much about visual quality, I guess. And I know that holds me back, and it will hold me back until if I ever upgrade. I think it'll be a little bit of a plus, just for those people who are seeking more. Like they see high quality and they think you're a better vlogger generally from the beginning, just because they see the higher quality. But I want them to truly see my content and feel like that is the key. So when those people pop into my channel and they see like maybe blurry content or shaky camera skills and they leave, I'm fine with that because I don't want, like, if they really are going to be a true fan, they're going to fall in love with what I'm doing and what I'm saying. So I try to put my own little spin on it, I guess. I try to mix humor and serious things together. And like I said, when I started vlogging, I had no idea what I was doing. So just sort of the way I've started, I've just sort of rolled with. So I always start off with like a daily announcement,
Yeah.
like
Well,
and I always,
go ahead.
and that's like fun for me because it's just creativity. Like I've done so many, like it's so hard now to come up with something that's really creative because I've done so many like really good ones, like backflips off desks at school, and stuff like that people don't see that I could probably repeat. But so every vlog starts off with that for the most part.
Yeah. Well, and I've kind of I don't know how much of this you agree with, but I kind of feel that I know we've talked, like, I know that you shoot with your iPhone, and I think you edit with your iPhone too, don't you? Or do you edit with
Yeah,
your
so I do
computer?
most everything on my phone except for if I use like a GoPro for a waterproof or an action shot,
Mm.
or I used to use a drone for some things. But
It's okay. It's okay. It's gonna be okay,
it's not
Matt.
okay.
Do you want my shoulder to cry on?
I
You want
haven't
to come
told
over
anyone.
and we'll
I haven't
snuggle
told
on the
anyone yet
couch?
for sure, but I was after vacation, after went for a little swim. I had in that bag of rice, and I thought the battery is dead completely. So I went out today and got a new battery, and it didn't work. Just no good on the battery. So
So,
I don't know what the next move is.
well, I kind of feel that because you have limited yourself to, okay, I want to do it all on my phone, and you're not worried about getting, like, I'm kind of the opposite in that effect of I went and got a bigger camera and better camera and
Mm-hmm.
threw complications into my workflow, and it's in a certain aspect slowed my editing down. So maybe I shouldn't have. And because you're like, well, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to worry about just the content, and that is
Yeah.
smart. That is brilliant because you're. I really feel like watching your videos. I get a sense of your personality. I get a sense of who you are, and I get a sense of your zaniness. Just even from your beginning, where you're like, it's Monday or whatever you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever I'm doing that day. Yeah, I know what you mean, and that's like I said, that's what I aim for. Like, and another thing is like I'm a very frugal person. Like I don't spend a lot of money, especially on hobbies. Like
Mm.
like this is a hobby. This is a passion of mine. Like I don't generally spend a lot of money on anything. So for me to go out and drop a lot of money up front on this would have been just not smart on my part.
Yeah.
And I feel
Plus,
like
you are married with a family, and they probably would kill you.
yeah. Yeah, and I work a spare job delivering pizza. So, there's when you are a teacher, money is tight, and when you marry a teacher, money is tighter. So it
Let
doesn't necessarily, it's not the best planning for monetary success, but that's one of
let's
my big
go.
rules. I never I never really do things for money, I guess, if that makes sense. Or I never do things that I'm passionate about for money. Like I've never taken another teaching job for money, or
Okay.
that's never been a part of the decision making ability for me. Like I just, like, about 2 months ago, a month and a half ago maybe, I turned monetization off of my channel because there's no point for me at this point. I'm not gonna make the money. Um, it's something I've stuck around with, not for the money. It's because I'm passionate about it. So there's no point even having it on. I mean, eventually, maybe down the road when it's, man, a little less, I think I'll still be passionate about it, but a little bit more for monetary gain, then it'll be a different story. So we'll see.
Yeah. Well, it is. It probably takes a little bit of pressure off you too, because you're like, yeah, you want to grow, but you're not like, oh, I need to hit 10,000 subscribers or 20,000 or
Yeah.
100,000 because then I can start getting that YouTube gold.
Yeah. I think the one thing is that, like, I do want those things. Like I want to hit 10,000 subscribers. I want 100,000 views. But like the one thing I never understood about YouTube, like when I was much smaller, when I had 300 subs, I wanted 300 views. And that's crazy knowing as much as I do now about YouTube than I did then. Like I want loyal people on my channel. Like I want to put a content out there every day that I feel like it's reaching people. They're interested in it. They're tuning in just, for the sake of what I'm putting out there. And also I'm not a very I'm not a very result oriented person. Like I love the results. I want them to come, but I try to stay more in my process. Okay. So like I try to just focus on, what do I need to do today? And that's a lot of times like when I put out the vlog, when I'm done with it and I've made the thumbnail and all this different stuff, like I'm like, all right, like I don't optimize it as much as I can just because like it's more the result, I guess. That's where more of the views come from and stuff like that, which I need to do. But my process sort of just stops at the creation part, I guess. Like the idea of it, the creating of it, that's the passion for me. And then as soon as it's done, that's where I lose the feeling, I guess. I don't know. I need an assistant. That's what I need.
All right. So let's go to the comments really quickly. First of all, going back a bit.
Wait, for a second. I don't have the comments in front of me. So if they're talking trash.
Well, let me read some of these to you.
Okay. Okay.
Drew wants to know if you're wearing pants. And Mark says probably not. John says he's not. Drew says he is for once. And Mark says he's not wearing pants either. I am wearing pants.
Okay.
If anyone wants to. I'm not wearing shoes, but I'm wearing pants.
Well, I just got done with work, or I probably wouldn't be wearing pants. I don't know. Like, I can't even tell you how many people are watching right now. So I don't know if Drew is still in the channel or if Mark is still in the channel. But I know if Drew is wearing pants, Cassie must be not home because he does not wear the pants in that family. And probably the same thing for Mark. He's probably not even allowed up right now. His Mandy's probably watching and typing for him.
Well, actually, Mark says that we should do a challenge live right now. I asked him what kind, and he said a baby food challenge. I'm sure Matt has some vegetable baby food lying around. I don't have any baby food, though.
You know what I might have? I honestly might have a few habanero peppers in the fridge from when I did a challenge on my channel with Mark My World, who is Mark, and he backed out on the habanero challenge. And I ate 4 of them in like a minute, and he didn't.
He's a smart man, because I'll just concede that one to you right now.
I do have some baby food though, but
you do have some baby food. Yeah, I'm not sure what I could do as a challenge. All right, great. We lost Matt. He's off to go get some baby food.
This what you want, Mark? Anyways, going back to, I guess one thing I didn't hit upon that I thought about tonight that I was like, I think that needs to be a feature of YouTube is subscribers. I think when someone subscribes to you, if they unsubscribe to you, they shouldn't be able to search for your channel anymore. That's one thing I've thought about. Like, if someone subscribes to me and then decides that they don't want to check out my channel anymore, they don't want to be a subscriber, then I feel like they shouldn't have the option.
Why do you think you get some haters that keep coming back to your channel then?
I just think down the road someone's going to be like, man, I miss him. I want him back. And I'm going to be like...
And so you want to block that. When they miss you...
We're done. We're done. There's no relighting this candle. The flame is... I don't know. That was just something random I thought about tonight.
Oh, God forbid, I mean,
especially with, like, like having done giveaways and stuff. Like, you know how you get those people who just subscribe to the giveaway and unsubscribe.
Yeah.
Well, a few years from now, I don't want them to subscribe back.
Just for another giveaway.
I don't want to drop any names for recent unsubscribers.
Oh, Maurice's ghost.
Yeah. Oh, what's his envelope? All right. Anyways, yeah. No, I was trying to pull up the chat and I couldn't. I couldn't get it to work.
Mark wants to know what I have in my fridge. It's like an ex-girlfriend. When she's done, she's done. Yeah. What I have in my fridge is not a lot. I got a little bit of food thanks to, like, some sandwich stuff thanks to my dad. Came up this weekend because of my hospital. The room. Okay, now it's saying it's getting some good data. I still haven't. Let's see here. Okay, they should be getting it now. Yeah, I think we just dropped the data. I still haven't gotten a Cat 5 cable yet. This is like across the apartment from where my router is, and there's like the wall blocks the signal. And
Gotcha. Yeah, I know.
But this is the best place for me to set up and do this.
Yeah, Wi-Fi block signals happen a lot.
Yeah.
Especially with drone connections.
That's why you're supposed to use the remote. Did you never get the remote? I know you were talking about getting that.
Nah, it's $150. That's. I didn't expect to get that.
Yeah, see, with the Mavic, it just comes with it.
What's that?
With the Mavic, it just comes with the remote.
There was a package, like you had to spend it was like $200 more. You got the remote, the extra battery. I mean, it was a deal. You got more than what you would spend for it, but I'm frugal, like I said, man.
Yeah, I did that with my Mavic. I got the Fly More combo, and I got a whole bunch of stuff. The only thing I hated was the bag they gave me. Oh my god, in fact, is that right here. This bag, I hate this bag. It's actually too tight for the Mavic, so I just have it in my Peak Design bag. It's taking up space. I need to get a little something because the little globe that goes over my camera is like broken. The camera's fine, but the globe's broken, and so it doesn't protect as well as it should.
I saw things. I was when I went out. I went to Best Buy today to look for a replacement battery, and they had a bunch of accessories for a Mavic, like different filters and stuff, and for like the camera. I was like astounded by how much they have. Yeah,
Polar Pro
I should have saved up. I should have saved up and got a Mavic.
Yeah, I'm sure Polar Pro might come up with some stuff for the Spark as well, but that's what I have, the filters from them. I was actually one of the first to get those. In fact, I got their original run, and then I was like, oh, they came out with new ones that were smaller because you had to take them off before it calibrated and then put it on. It was just a pain in the butt. So now they made some new ones that are a little narrower, and you can put them on beforehand. And so it's like, okay, I can always have like my neutral density filter or something like that on there, or the polarizing filter 16, or so I can set before I even boot it up. I actually need to fly again. I haven't flown since my birthday party in the end of May when I crashed it into a tree. So I don't even know that it's functioning right now.
Oh, man. Maybe I'm just not fit to own a drone, and that's just what I'm gonna have to do with it.
So how many times did you crash your Spark?
So the very first day I got it, I just
Same. Into my refrigerator right there.
I didn't crash it, but like I knew nothing about them. So like when the whole drone thing came out, and I was just like I wasn't into YouTube at that point. I was like, that's nothing I'm ever gonna need. Like, that's just an expensive toy people get. So I knew nothing about them. I just knew it was Wi-Fi connected, and I was like, okay, I can go this far, I can go this high with it, whatever. So the very first day I had it, I was actually at the pizza shop, and I just had some spare time, and I was flying around town. Just small, real small city, one traffic light, McDonald, PA, and I took it up to its max height. So it was like 160 feet or something. And I was flying it around, and I went over top of this building, and it disconnected, and it landed on the building. And I had to go through the building up to the top floor and climb up like to get it out. That was the first time. And then not that night, but the second night I had it, I crashed into a telephone pole, broke one of the propellers. I was like, oh, okay. Maybe I shouldn't fly this as much at night. And then the day before I left for vacation, so this had to be like 2.5, 3 weeks ago, I crashed into a tree in my front yard, broke another propeller, but I didn't have enough replacement propellers, so I couldn't fly it on the road trip down to Florida, but I ordered the propellers to be delivered to the hotel in Florida. I got down there. They were delivered. They were there when I got there. I was excited, flew it like 2-3 days at the beach, and then we went to this place on the pier in Fort Myers for dinner. And I was like, I got to get some good shots down here, like around sunset time. I was flying along the beach, and I was like, I'm going to get a cool shot of it going underneath the pier. I'm standing on top of the pier. I'm going to get just a shot of it going underneath. So I'm literally standing right on top of it. It flies underneath, and it disconnects, completely disconnects. And I was just like, what the heck? And I knew right away, I was like, I know what it's going to do. It's going to try to return home, but it's going to raise up. It's going to raise up before it returns home. And it did. It raised up right into the pier. And as it's raising up, I'm like screaming at this, I guess, Latino family. There's like a family, like a dad and a mom, and like there's like 6 kids in the water. And I was like, hey, help. And I mean, not trying to be racist or stereotypic, but I didn't know if they spoke English, but I was just like, help. I mean, I was in Florida, So this kid comes running over, and as he's running over, it hits the pier, smacks in the water. So it's in the water for a good 10 seconds. He's searching for it. I'm like, right, this way. He grabs it out of the water. He's like, it's still on. Do you want me to throw it up to you or whatever, or do you want me to walk around? I was like, just chuck it up here. Just throw it up here. So he tried to throw it up here. It was like 15 feet in the air, and he didn't throw it high enough. And I couldn't grab it, and it fell right back in the water. So I immediately messaged. I didn't tell anyone else in the group chat. I messaged JD, and I said I was embarrassed. I was like sitting there at dinner about to cry. I was like, JD, what do I do? He was like, go get some rice immediately. So I went to 7-Eleven down the street, and I got 2 boxes of rice.
He actually told you to get rice and put it. That never actually works.
Well, put it in the rice. I put it in the rice for 5 days. Didn't touch it. Didn't take it out. Nothing. I got home. I got a can of air. I opened it up. I took it apart the other day. It'll be in tomorrow. It'll be in the next vlog I upload.
Oh man!
And sprayed it out, and it was a no-go. And then I was like, okay, the battery's probably shot, so I'll try a new battery. So I went out and bought a new battery today. And
did that work or no?
What's that?
Did that work, or do we have to wait for your vlog to find out?
No, it didn't work.
Oh.
So
the life, times, and death of the Mr. DeVizzle drone.
Right. So I.
By the way, Justin Bravo is in the chat.
Oh gosh, I feel special. He's a moderator. He could probably ban me if he wanted to. Yeah, so I don't know what the future holds for me in drones. Like, I feel like I should call DJI and see what they could do, or see if I send it back, how much. I mean, but they're not going to give me this is how much it's going to cost. They're going to get it. They're going to hold it like hostage, and they're like, yeah, it's going to cost you like $400 to replace it. I'm like, I could just buy a brand new drone for that. So
well, they're and this is speaking from my experience, and I did get the DJI Care Refresh. So
yeah, I did.
The first night when I got the drone, and I flew it for my maiden flight, and it was great. I took it home, and I was like, I kind of just want to learn how to like get it, and I thought I'd have a little bit more control, and so I took it off in my kitchen right here, and
Yeah.
it started backing up, and I'm like, oh no, no, and then all of a sudden it crashed into my refrigerator, and two of the blades broke. But more importantly, when it crashed, it kind of went sideways, and the camera started going and actually broke off, like broke, and so
Wow.
it wouldn't move anymore. And so I was like, oh man. So I sent it in, and they do give you. In fact, I think this is yeah. Here's my repair receipt, and Mm, yeah, nothing like super sensitive on here, but I mean, I remember them giving me something that had like what it would cost if I had to repair it, and then of course that cost was waived, and it was a good chunk for the camera. But I mean, you never know. You might be surprised. It might be like, hey, here's 150, $200 to repair this guts, and
Yeah.
then everything else is fine.
Yeah.
Or they might who knows? Yeah, I would contact DJI and just see what they say, see what they offer.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any more tips and tricks I could do. People said like dehumidifiers, and I was like the rice had to do its job if it was gonna do it. Like I mean, the rice
Yeah.
had to absorb some water if it was gonna take it out of that. I had
Some
some people tell me,
electronics are just like once they get wet, they're done because it shorts something. Because you probably have something on the circuit board that's shorted at this point.
yeah, most likely or something like that, or a motor blew or something. But like the new battery wouldn't even power up at all,
Mm.
and just the way things go, I guess. I just like it's just they're all bad omens. Just a shame because I was just getting used to like all the things you could do with it and the creativity basically I could use it for.
So
So
I must ask, was your wife very sympathetic of like, oh no, your drone is broken, I feel so sorry for you, or is she
no,
like, you spent $500 on that and you broke your toy?
absolutely.
The second.
The second one, the latter. Uh, my wife's not too big of a fan of the vlog,
Mm.
so like when I like you don't know how long it took me to get her to allow me to order that drone. And then like when I was ordering the drone, I was like, yeah, there's just a few other things I want to get too. Like I want to get this gimbal. It's only 140. Uh,
Mm.
you know,
Was that the
and
Zhiyun one?
yeah, the Zhiyun Smooth Q. I'm actually using it right now to hold my phone.
No.
um,
That was one
yeah,
of the things I liked, and JD had the review of that recently because I've
yeah,
got somewhere around here, I don't know where right now, but I've got the DJI Osmo Mobile. It's actually like the first thing I bought. I bought it before I got the Beast Grip, which is what I'm using to hold my Loom Cube right now.
gotcha.
And I got it literally because we're doing some live streams of some Q&As, and I just wanted to be able to hold the phone and have the video be smooth instead
Yeah,
of you know
yeah,
it being shaky, which it was.
I guess.
Um, Mark said, by the way, Mark says, I'll buy you a new toy. It might not fly though. It has a vibrate setting. It has a Maury setting. Thank you for that, Mark. Thank you. Thank you. Oh,
Uh,
but so you were saying,
I wish I had friends. That's what I was saying. Sympathetic friends. Uh, but no,
uh,
like so like I really like I had to sell my wife on like buying these things like the drone, the gimbal. I got
mm,
a Rode directional mic too, um,
oh yeah,
like a
those
real
are great.
like a Rode mic me basically for iPhones,
Okay,
like a wide angle lens stuff like that. So I have like and then all these GoPro accessories, and then the drone.
okay.
Just I don't know what I'm gonna do about it.
We need to start a GoFundMe to replace your drone.
I I actually started a GoFundMe not too long ago. I don't know if you were around for this part, but
I don't
when I
think
hit
so.
when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I tried to throw this thing into my vlog every once in a while. It's called like for me hitting 1,000 subscribers, I act like I was a big deal, and that I should get a sponsorship from Tesla. So I did like these short skits, and I called them Tesla Time, and
Tesla time.
yeah. So what were we just talking about? Why I was thinking about that?
The 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah. So basically, I don't know.
I'm having trouble getting my lighting right.
I just drew a blank. The lighting. Would you stop at the lighting?
I think I need a stage manager to set everything up before I go live.
Here, let me get my lighting right. Hold on.
Oh, there we go. Oh, you're talking about your GoFundMe.
Oh yeah. So I it's just lighting.
There we go.
Right in the dark. So I started this. Okay, so for one of the episodes of Tesla Time, which I just included in the vlog, I started.
This is turning into a spooky movie.
I started this Tesla Time where I started a GoFundMe account for people to buy me a Tesla online, but I set it up so that all the donations would be donated to a charity, and somebody actually donated $40 the other day.
Have you considered how many subscribers do you have right now?
Close to 2,500.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you considered doing a Patreon at all? Like you could literally say, "Hey, any money that you guys give me for the Patreon basically goes to pay for new equipment," and maybe that kind of helps being able to take some of the burden off of, your other finances and, you know.
Uh, no, I feel like I deserved it. Like, if it happened, then I deserved it, and it's just not meant to be at this point. Let me give you another example. So, I play a lot of golf, okay, but I'm not a good golfer. But a few years ago, I decided to act like I was a good golfer, and I went out and I bought this putter and some new clubs. But this putter, it's like top of the line, best putter you can get. It's a Titleist. It's a Scotty Cameron putter. They're $300 cheapest. I got a $350 one. It's the most expensive putter you could buy. Well, it lasted about a week or two, and I got upset. I was on the golf course. I missed the putt, and I just swung and missed. Like I swung it like a baseball bat, and it was just like like my hands were clammy. It slipped right out of my hands, and it went into the pond. And there was just $350 flying through the air, and ironically, it landed in water. And ever since
Is
then,
your nickname like Happy Gilmore at all?
And ever since then, I've never bought another golf club. So I just don't have good luck with things at times, and I think it is well deserved at certain points, and I just take it as an omen, and I just sort of move on. But if anyone out there has an extra drone laying around that they don't want, they can gladly mail it to me. I know that
Hey, Casey Neistat, if you're watching this right now.
I know Justin Bravo has a few drones that he could probably get rid of.
All right, so Mark wants to know, Matt and Aaron, would you shave your head right now?
For what? Just to do it?
I think so. I mean, I'm kind of close to that already. I don't want to go the full cue ball look. I don't think I'd look good at that just yet. Maybe if I could get rid of this little pear-shaped face.
No, I'm very sensitive about my hair now. I'm thinning here in the front. It's tough to tell, but I am. And earlier this year, I sort of had a meltdown about it, and I didn't cut my hair for my last haircut I just recently got was on my birthday, which was in June. And then prior to that, I didn't get a haircut until the day before my son was born, which was Labor Day. So I let it grow for like 9 months or so. And then right before I got it cut for like 2 or 3 weeks, I got a perm. And like if you go back and watch my channel, that's actually a good vlog where I get a perm in. and I just rocked a perm for like the last few weeks of school, just for something funny to do. Because I'm
Wow.
like going through like a midlife crisis where I'm gonna lose my hair and it's thinning and I don't know.
Yeah.
So no,
I
I
know,
won't
like,
shave it.
I don't think I've started going bald yet. It feels like everything is there, and I haven't noticed, like, any hair loss, like, in the shower or anything. But when I cut my hair short, you can see my scalp a little. Even though I've got, thick hair, it's so short. You just see it. And so I cut my hair one of the last times before seeing my mom, and she started saying something like, "Oh, you're starting to go bald, just like your dad and your uncles." I'm like, "You shut your mouth."
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
So yes, I said that to my mother, but all right.
Right.
So let's see, John, Matt, what is your big? I can't talk.
I saw that comment. What's your favorite hot dog?
Yeah, what's your favorite brand of hot dog? Oh,
Uh,
summer
I'm not.
child.
I'm having a little trouble here for a second. I'm not a big wiener man. Uh, well,
That's not what we heard.
I wish. No.
Oh.
No, I don't need lot of hot dogs, I guess. And what ballpark franks? I guess I don't know.
Okay. I know this is probably cheating a little bit, and I know I wasn't asked. Thanks a lot, John. But mine actually aren't like hot dogs. I actually prefer like a good sweet Italian sausage. That's
Sure you do.
Oh, what is your favorite popsicle flavor?
Pops. Wait, who asked this?
Cassie.
Okay, I thought John was just asking questions about fun-shaped foods.
Well,
really like.
Mark also just asked how many pickles can you fit in your mouth?
Are we talking dill or like? I guess that's the only option. I don't know.
And there's different size pickles.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna take Cassie's question serious because she's a nice lady. Oh my, hang on. I'm having a lot of trouble with this.
Did the
I
battery
like.
die on your?
No, my battery was dying on my phone, so I had to do something with it. Um. Anyways, I like firecracker popsicles, the red, white, and blue ones.
Okay.
They're nice. They're nice to me.
I'm not sure what Oh, you know what? My favorite would be an orange. Wait, what are those? The ones like the with the
Creamsicle?
orange and the creamsicle. Thank you, the orange creamsicles. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was trying to say. Those would be my favorite popsicles.
Yeah, popsicle. I mean, if you're talking ice cream, then gosh, there's a lot there.
How did the broom find a girlfriend? Also from Cassie.
The broom. How did she find a girlfriend?
How did the
Uh,
broom find a girlfriend?
she tripped and fell, I
Swept her
guess.
off her feet. Let me guess
Oh,
that.
okay.
I'm thinking, yeah, the broom swept her off her feet. Is that right, Cassie? Um, if you were an ice, this is from John. If you were an ice cream flavor, what would you be?
Uh, I'd be a Neapolitan because it is the best of three very quality flavors: strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate. And I'm the best of all worlds, and I have a little something for everybody, even you, John.
I almost. What about the spumoni? Would you be more of a spumoni?
I don't know what that is.
That is served at Italian restaurants, and it's a mix of chocolate, pistachio, and cherry ice creams. And the one I had a few scoops of last night had some rum in it. It was interesting, very strong rum flavor.
That's intriguing.
Yeah.
Your face is frozen on me.
It's frozen. That's happened every once in a while. I don't know
And
why.
it's this face right here. A little bit of a little bit of a head tilt with a smile. What else?
Oh yeah, I see it. I see it frozen. What the heck?
Yeah, John, I love fish sticks.
What are you, a gay fish?
Yeah, well, I'm reading the comments here. Mark, what are y'all spirit animals? Dang. My spirit animal. I guess I would say my spirit animal is a tiger.
Meow. What's your kitty doing later tonight?
Oh, wow. I underestimate it. Let's not get too sidetracked here.
You know, back in high school, I shouldn't tell this story, but I will. I didn't
So
do
your glory days.
many things like this in high school. I was a more behaved young lad, but on Halloween one year, there was a girl. Her name was Mary. I don't remember her last name right now. I just remember her name was Mary, and I'd had a crush on her. And she showed up in a cat, like a skin tight cat outfit with a tail, like full body, like shoulders down to, ankles type of thing. She's dressed as a
Sounds like
cat. And I walk in and I look at her and I just go, meow. And she did not appreciate that. Oh. Anyway.
speaking of, if I can find it, I got a really good Halloween costume to share.
Okay.
A few years ago, my wife and I were we tried to be something relevant, so we were Kanye West and Taylor Swift,
Okay.
and I was Kanye West. And if I could find this picture, it'll be very enjoyable. But I seem to be having trouble.
While you're doing that, I'm looking up some Halloween photos as well that you might enjoy.
Are they photos of me?
No, they're photos of me.
Oh, okay. This is getting interesting.
Here I am as Hugh Hefner.
You're frozen still. I still see.
Oh, you can't see it?
Smiley.
Well, then you're going to have to rewatch, this the stream later. But the audience can
Oh
see that I
gosh.
was Hugh Hefner. That was actually a recent one from just a couple years ago.
All I see is smiley, half Asian Aaron right now.
I hate that's like the one of the few physical things about me I hate is and part of it has to do with my weight because it just adds extra, right here. I carried a lot in my cheeks. When I'm skinnier, I don't have this pear-shaped face. It's just oval. But so when I smile, I squint a lot. And so it bugs me because people are like, "Oh, are you like Asian?" I'm like, "No, I'm not Asian. I'm like German and Russian and Jewish and you know
You're like
that's
World War
my
II.
yeah, right there. Yeah. I used to make a
Like,
really bad joke about being Jewish and German and how growing up every time I would take a shower, my parents were afraid I was trying to commit suicide.
oh gosh. You're right. That is a really bad joke.
Yeah. Where is this other photo? I want to show it really quickly because this is when I was younger and quite a few pounds lighter.
All right.
And
Are you ready for this photo?
yes, I am. I am. Okay.
All right. Hang on. Let me see if I can get it. Oh man, you're not frozen anymore. That's good.
Oh,
What's
good.
everyone saying in the comments? I can't read right now.
Do you cry in the shower so no one will see?
Is that asked to me or you?
Matt, it says, Matt, do you cry in the shower so no one will see? That's from John.
Uh nah, John. No, I cry wherever I feel the tears coming on because I'm comfortable with who I am as a human being.
So here I am as a cyberpunk Nazi.
All right, here is the best Halloween costume ever. You ready?
I'm ready. Wait, were you blackface? Or were you wearing a mask?
No, that's me. That's all. That's a women's foundation.
Oh my gosh, that is horrible.
What do you?
You're
That's
gonna
very
get
convincing.
like YouTube hate for that.
No, that's good. That's a good costume.
Oh my gosh.
Why are you judging me right now?
Here was another Halloween you might be interested in.
Are you the guy from Good Charlotte? What are?
It was a mix of costumes. This was like an alien robe, and then the chin goatee was from a sultan costume, and then I just got these like black fingerless gloves and these black nails and this makeup, and and yeah, a little bit of an attitude. That's me flipping the bird right there.
Oh gosh. Do you see Drew's comment there?
Oh my God, you're blackface, haterade.
Drew, here's Maurice there, brother.
Oh,
All right, this stream has gotten a little off topic. Let's
it
let's put
it
the
it kind of
nostalgia
has, but
away.
it's also awesome.
Let's put the nostalgia away. Gosh, why is
Okay,
everyone hating on me for a good Halloween costume?
because it's blackface.
Wait. So what
Although
was I supposed to do? Wear a
I don't
mask?
know, I don't know.
No.
Oh
When I do
man.
something, when I do a joke, when it's a bit of some sort, a laugh, if it gives someone else a laugh, then I'm full. I'm 100% in it.
So earlier today, I was watching an episode of South Park. I've been kind of like while I was, like in bed a lot this last week. I've been going back. Like I went back to like season 8, and I've been going through like season 8 and 9 of South Park. Old school stuff.
I've
Just
seen
because I hadn't
two or
seen
three
it in a
episodes.
while. What?
2 or 3 episodes.
You've only seen 2 or 3 episodes of South Park?
Yeah, I
Oh.
never watched it.
Well, so this was an episode where they got convinced that a killer whale in their version of SeaWorld was actually an alien and that they had to get it back into space. And so they kidnap and steal this whale. And they show up and they're all wearing, black shirts and pants and black caps, and they've all painted their face black except for the black character named Token Black. His face was painted white, like flat white. Like it was not like
Yeah.
skin white. It was white, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that was hilarious. That made me laugh. That everyone was wearing black, makeup except the black guy was wearing white. He was still wearing black clothes, if I remember correctly. Although it would have been funny if he was wearing white clothes. Oh
Mark
man,
called me a racist again.
yeah, I noticed that.
Mark, I'm not racist. I have a colored TV.
Wow.
Oh my.
I gotta do my little like neck exercises really quickly. I've been having to do a lot of this recovering from vertigo because it like makes me a little more like dizzy for a second, especially when I go side to side. Ooh. But then I open my eyes and I feel a little bit better because the world's not moving. So my brain's like, oh, we're gonna be happy for 5 minutes. So Cassie wants to know our favorite comedies. And ironically enough, one of my favorite comedies is Tropic Thunder.
Oh, we're black. Yeah.
Where he's blackface.
As far as movies go, most all Will Ferrell stuff. I like when I started really getting into movies. The first two comedies I watched that I loved were Super Troopers and Out Cold. And most people have seen Super Troopers, but a lot of people haven't seen Out Cold. And it's like
No, I
it's a
haven't even heard of that
snowboarding
one.
movie, It's like the
Okay.
very first. It's like the very first like big movie for Zach Galifianakis.
Okay, Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah.
I was thinking Zach Efron for a moment. I'm like, I think that's High School Musical.
Yeah, no. So I really like those two, Step Brothers, Anchorman, Talladega Nights. I really like Old School, Super Bad. Super Bad was a good one. Um, yeah, I'm not surprisingly. I love comedies, but the thing most people don't get about me is like how much like I like in depth things, like serious things, like in my spare time, I watch like TED Talks.
Oh, there's some good TED Talks out there. In
Oh,
fact,
absolutely.
I got to give a plug to a friend of mine. He actually just got his TED Talk approved. Oops, I was supposed to send links out to that the other day, and I completely forgot to on Friday.
Getting like they already made the TED Talk, or they.
Yeah, he already shot it, and it finally got approved. It's up on the TED Talk YouTube channel.
Who
So,
is
and
it?
it's his name is Kevin Popovic.
Okay.
And it's about like he does some stuff with having everyone draw something. It's about like unleashing your creativity.
Oh,
Let
okay.
me see really quickly. Um, I just sent him like a link to like, hey, I'm going live. So, and he's like, hey, I just got it approved. How creativity can change the world, one bad drawing at a time. So, and
Yeah.
it's up on the TED Talks channel. So here is the.
There you go. You told everybody about it now.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to How
All
Creativity Can
right,
Change.
so that's that's the
Did
plug.
you
Now I gotta post links to that later. So,
you saw you see Bravo's question there? Tell us your favorite racist joke.
oh,
That's a no. Not gonna do
yeah,
that.
yeah. Well,
That
I almost told one earlier when we're talking about putting your drone in a bag of rice. And I'm like, did JD tell you that? So put it in a bag of rice, and by morning, a little Asian will appear to fix your electronics.
gosh.
That's
Uh,
probably mine. And John wants to know if you're a fan of Bill Cosby.
he does mix a mean cocktail, but no.
Ooh. I'd like one roofie colada, please.
He's got something special in his pudding pops.
Uh, you know, the situation with Bill Cosby aside, I do remember a couple years ago, all of the original Cosby Show showed up on Hulu, and there was a whole bunch of like old stuff that showed up on Hulu, and I went was like I watched the first episode of Inspector Gadget. To like, oh, because I loved it when I was a kid, and I'm like, okay, how did it hold up? I haven't seen it in like 20 years, and I watched the first episode or two of the original Cosby Show, and with the exception of the sweaters they were wearing, so the style, humorly, humorly is that a word?
Humorly, sure,
Humorly,
humorously,
in terms of
humorously.
humor, it held up completely. It was very easy to see exactly. Um,
Yeah, like there was something there to it. There was
yeah,
some.
and it was still okay. I think we're back. I don't know what was up with that, but I was not getting my the feed wasn't going through even though I had good data. Very weird.
Do
All
we have any
right.
viewers?
Yeah, we got like 4 or 5 people in there right now. What will Tucker and Hudson's, yikes, I think that's your dog's name. Yes, my dog's name is Hudson. Next Halloween costumes be? Well, I haven't actually put Hudson in a Halloween costume yet. He doesn't like wearing hats, which is very unfortunate.
Not even a fedora.
Um, I have this little green one. I can get him to sit there for like a second, but then he shakes his head and knocks it off. I do have. It's actually really, really funny.
You know what? Maybe for Tucker's Halloween costume, well, I'll do blackface and dress up like Bill Cosby, and Tucker can be, I don't know, a pudding pop or a gin and tonic or something.
Let me find this one photo. So right after I got him, okay. Oh, crap. So this is a photo of Hudson wearing his little green hat that I took shortly after I got him. And it literally was like the only 5 seconds I could get him to do it. I posted it on Photoshop Battles on Reddit. And this was the photo I got back.
Is that where people Photoshop things back to you, I guess?
Yeah, and that was my favorite. I got like 4 or 5, but that was my favorite and the best one.
Gotcha.
So
I've seen the one where a couple asked, it was just recent it came out, a couple asked people to Photoshop this guy out of their wedding, like their honeymoon pictures. And people like me, they did some hilarious stuff with it.
Is that that was a Photoshop battle one? That wasn't the guy that does the Photoshop requests?
No,
You should look him up. He is hilarious. You know, someone's like, "Hey, can you Photoshop, me into Paris?" And then he like does a bad Photoshop job, or doesn't change anything at all, or does the opposite of what they asked.
Yeah. Cassie said she doesn't think my wife will be down for me dressing Tucker up to go along with Bill Cosby. Well, maybe my wife will be unconscious.
With a roofie teeny? A roofie colada?
Right, no more roofie jokes.
No more roofie jokes.
Gosh, I hope no one sees this.
I hope everyone sees this. Maybe not. So let's steer this conversation back to YouTube just for a little bit, and then we can wrap up in a little bit here because we're coming up. We've been streaming now for a little over an hour, so and the 60 to 90 is about where I'm hitting these 60 to 90 minutes, and I'm sure it's what time there? It's probably like 12:20, right?
12:30, 12:20.
12:30. So I want to be sensitive of you going to bed as well. So let's let's just steer it back to YouTube real quick, and I'd love to hear a little bit like what are you kind of looking forward to the future of your channel? I know you said you've turned off monetization, so you're not really concerned as much about that. You're keeping it as a hobby. And I know you've got the school year starting, so what are you hoping to see happen with your channel?
Well, I obviously want to get back on track. I want to stay on the at 365 days. I want to have 365 vlogs, and most importantly for me, at the end of the year, is where I'm going to really gauge myself and see where I'm at. I really want to continue to do it. That's my biggest goal. Like I want to do it. Like when I started out, I was like. I was ignorant to the idea, but I said I was going to do it for a year. And then, I want to do it for a full year and still want to do it. I still want to have the passion, the excitement to do it. I would love to see my subscribers growing continuously, and my content being, interacted with and liked. That's the goal for anyone, I think. I want to find people who want to enjoy my message and go from there, and we'll see. I don't necessarily know what else I want to do. I've had some different ideas bounce around. I would love to put out some more content about vlogging in general, and do some more collaborations and different things. I'm waiting for the Team 10 and the Paul brothers to call me up.
Speaking of which, you got some traffic from them recently, didn't you?
Well, not from them, but like a friend of theirs. So, and I posted that picture, and a lot of people thought it was Logan Paul that posted it. But one of Logan Paul's old roommates, good friend Mark Donor, who has his own YouTube channel, is a vlogger for a while. He has like 1.5 million subscribers. I mean, he has a pretty sizable YouTube channel in relation to me. Yeah, my comment, it said, what did it say? It said something about like, man, I think Mark should break up with his girlfriend and him and Logan should get together. And it was like, give it a thumbs up if you think yes, comment no if you think no. And then the last thing said sub if you think all three of them should just be together. And it was just ridiculous, like funny comment because Mark Donor's girlfriend's very attractive. And I obviously didn't think it was true. But the funny thing was that the next day, I was just like, that was like literally like one of the first or like 2 or 3 times I've watched Mark's vlog. And I was just like, I'll just comment something funny. And then the next day I was like, a notification came up and I was like, yeah, I'll check it out. So I clicked on it and I was watching like the first 2 seconds and my comment popped up. And I was like, what the heck just happened? I was like, that was my comment. Like, I thought that just because I had commented, like, I don't comment a lot on people's stuff, like big YouTubers. So I thought, like, just because I had the top comment on someone's video or something, YouTube programs to show it the next day just to that viewer. Like, they were just showing it to me and it wasn't in the actual video. Like, I couldn't believe it. So I took a screenshot real quick and I sent it to the group and I was like, check this out. Like, is this, like, for real? Like, is this real life right now? And they were like, yeah. So then I fast forward to, like, later in, the vlog just to see if it was shown because that was just the beginning teaser. And it wasn't shown later. And I was just like, there's no explanation for it. Like, he doesn't say anything about it.
He doesn't say anything about it? Does he usually start with, like, the top comment from the day before, or did he just show it to give you...
So. I think the reason that he showed it was that my comment outranked his comment. Like, he had a comment... Like, he had a comment that was pinned to hit top of his comments that he had posted, and I think that since mine got so much traction, he put that out there. I don't know if it's something he's done in the past, but I was just like,
I love the fact that he didn't say anything. Like, he just put your comment there and then didn't comment on it.
Yeah, didn't say anything about it at all. I was just.
And had he responded in your comment, in the comment thread at all on his video to yours?
No, he didn't reply to it at all.
I wonder if he thumbed it up.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wonder if he subbed to you. That would be awesome if he subbed to you.
That'd be interesting. Yeah. So, like, when I get caught up, like, here, one of my days, like, that happened on Friday, I think. So, like, my vlog for that day is literally going to be called, I got a shout out from Mark Donor. Hoping that, like, maybe some people would pour over. But I just found it, like, hilarious. I was just like, you got to be kidding me right now that is what happened. Like,
you're trying cool. This is one of the things I love. You're trying all these crazy things to promote your channel.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It worked. Like, how many, like, do you know about how many subs you got just from that comment?
Not
like in that first day.
Like, okay. I would probably say since then I've maybe gotten 25, and I don't know what that may be from. Like, I generally get naturally maybe a few a week.
Okay.
Like, I don't really track them that much. Like, I just sort of every day I'll get on and I'll look at the number and I just think of it as like, hey, more people in the family. And if the number goes down, I'm like, well, there's this thing called divorce. See you later. I don't get
divorcing with your subs. Yeah, I know that's one of the frustrating things I've been having lately is because a while ago Justin Bravo put me in his like featured channels like when he was probably around like 10,000-15,000 subs, and I had been going up steadily from about like 100 subs to about 300 subs, and then I shot up over 200 like within a couple days. And I looked at my analytics and I was a little concerned because they were all from like a certain country, and I'm thinking, I don't know if these are actually legitimate subs, but it's nothing I've done to get them.
Yeah.
but it shot up. And so now I'm at like 575, and every time I get a few subs, YouTube rebalances and removes a bunch of closed accounts about the same amount that I've graved. So I've
Yeah.
literally been like this at 575, and I'm like, I just want to hit 600 subscribers.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's like up until the end of the school year, I was just so natural about it. Like I was just like, oh, I believe in my content, blah blah blah. I was telling myself all the lies, I guess. Like where you're just like, if it's meant to happen, it'll happen. And then like
Yeah.
once summer started, like I really started working like for things like I've been really good friends with Mark for probably a few, like I'd probably say like 4 or 5 months we've been talking, like most like every day here and there, whatnot. And it's crazy how you connect with people because like Mark and I met, we were in this really small group, actually run by a guy out your way. He lives in Santa Barbara, I think. He just started his own video production company, actually had his own TED Talk. I don't know if it's on the website yet. His name is Nick Koyama. But he started his own company called Visual Era, and his big movement is trying to get companies and businesses to speak for themselves visually, I guess. But we were in literally the smallest group. It was called the Wave of Storytellers. That was the name of the group, and it was 120 people. And I was on a Zoom chat one night with just a few people, and Mark jumped in there, and we were speaking back and forth, and we like talked every day since. And then I ran into Justin in a group, and then through him, like I met JD. I think I met JD when Justin gave him a shout out. I think that's how I found JD's channel, because I was following Justin. Because for a while there, I was like really envious and jealous of Justin Bravo because like he literally started like 5 days before me and just killing it, and I was just like, wow, what's he doing? How's he doing all this stuff? So I was
This
really
is boosted board.
Yeah. So I started following him a lot, and then ever since following him, I found a lot of people through him, and obviously the group chat has taken off, and we have a lot of friends through that group, and it's crazy. Like ever since the school year stopped, my networking has grown, and things like shout outs have come through there. Even shared Facebook posts have like really helped, like as far as subscribers and views, and just like the little things, and the giveaways obviously have helped. I mean, but like once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I literally went from 1,000 to 2,000 in like a week, and a lot of it was.
That's encouraging if I ever get to 1,000 myself.
Well, a lot of it was from other content creators because I was just like, once I hit 1,000, I put together like a thank you message, like, "Hey, thank you guys for all the support," and I posted it in the groups, and a lot of people were like more interested in like once you hit 1,000, like people feel like they're gonna respect you more, and those groups aren't great. If you've ever,
so we've experienced that with a couple of these, yeah.
I mean they're great for networking and finding people, and if you want to maybe, but that's
and
about
sometimes
it.
giving it and getting advice occasionally.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. You'll find a good comment here or there, but most likely, if it's a good comment where there's good things being shared, it's gonna get spammed to crap, like a bunch of links being dropped. Like I very rarely post anything in there because it's just such a waste. Like I'm not gonna get any click throughs. I might from like some loyal people who just haven't looked at my stuff in a while, but they're still interested in my content. But I really developed some decent friendships from there that I never thought of. Some good networking opportunities, and I really started trying to spread the idea of collaborating a lot more. And I think that got more eyes on my content when you do that. But
what kind of collaborations are you trying to do? More like in-person collaborations? Or are you trying to figure out some stuff that you can do like
that's
across
the thing. There's I like try to do different creative stuff with anyone willing. Like I'm trying to. I feel so bad because I've put it off. But I have like this one collaboration I'm getting ready to do with this gentleman. He runs his own. It's called Hyper Fitness Monkey. He's like a sort of like jiu-jitsu specialist. Like he has his own company where he works like with different people who want to learn how to do like a backflip and stuff. So
Okay.
we're gonna do a video where he basically tries to run me through a tutorial of like how to do a move of some sort, and I basically do it completely wrong, like what to do versus what not to do. And then I have this other collaboration in the works that I just don't feel comfortable posting yet, I guess. And it's along, like, I want to do more of a, like, because vlogging is a passion, so I want to do like a perspective of like how to vlog, different advice, tips that I came up with, and I want to call the series Vlog Talk. So I have one to kick it off with a few vloggers in there. I just haven't got it rolling yet. And then Mad Lib Monday is the one thing I've been doing. That's sort of like,
Yeah,
it's my
and Cassie
shout out.
just posted that they're ready for Mad Lib Monday tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I got to catch up, but
Yeah, sorry, Cassie, he's a little bit behind, a few days behind.
yeah, so Mad Lib Monday, that's going to take a few
Which
days to
I'd
get
love
caught
to
up.
be a part of eventually. Hint, hint, wink,
Yeah,
wink, nudge,
absolutely.
nudge.
And
I don't know what that was with my elbow.
And that's like, like I just see that as fun, like just having fun with someone else who's a creator that just maybe they're like maybe my loyal people, like subscribers, viewers, may be interested in their content. Maybe they'll get a few subscribers out of it. Maybe they'll get some more views. Hopefully, there's not any crazy fanboys out there that are just jumping around from channel to channel. But
I know what you're talking about.
I don't know. I've had this sort of like new acknowledgement of what YouTube can be, and obviously just developing a strong friend group to go off of. You want to show people that like that's a benefit to YouTube, like meeting people that are passionate about the same thing as you. And I think that's what I've sort of done a little bit, like with Mad Lib Monday. Like I'm not going to help out JD Tech TV or Justin Bravo or even the Petersons with subscribers, but I can have a little bit of fun with them and just make them a part of my vlog. I just think that's pretty cool. So
Yeah, and I think that's one of the big things is really just it's about community, either with our audiences or with our other creators. And that's one of the things that I've been loving the most recently, even if like my subscriber count hasn't skyrocketed. The fact that, I found this, close little, tight knit circle, with you and with JD and with John and with Drew and Cassie and with Mark and all the, other, people
yeah,
that we've been communicating with recently, and it's kind of become this little family. And I'm like, you know what, even if this is the most I get out of YouTube right now, uh, this is it's worth it. It's all worth it.
absolutely. And the one thing is like it's a cursing and a blessing. Like I spend way too much time in the group chat from time to time to where I could be editing. And there has
Guilty.
been
Guilty.
there's probably been like 2 or 3 nights more recently where like I've just been like after everyone in the group chat dies away, and then it's just like me and Bravo are the only ones up, and then we're just texting each other back and forth some stupid stuff for like 2 hours that I could be editing, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, crap.
Yeah.
But like, there's been a lot of times where like I've just sort of muted the chat, and to be honest, ever since I got
Yeah.
back from vacation, I've been spending a lot more family time too. So like
Yeah.
I've just sort of been like, YouTube's there, it's gonna be there. No one's beating down my door for where's the vlog at type stuff. Actually,
Well, I am. Where's the vlog, Matt? Where's the vlog?
if you actually go to my Facebook, my great aunt has posted on my timeline twice.
Asking
Asking
where
like,
the
hey, what's
video
going
is?
like what's going on? She posted one time about what's going on with the vlog, and then yesterday or today maybe this morning I woke up and she posted, hey, I hope all is well. Really miss seeing that little guy. But no, I just sort of like I'm refocusing in a way. I'm getting ready like for the school year to come and like different things, and I really want to get through this first year of vlogging and enjoy it. And then as the second year approaches, I want to do a few things. I want to go back and rewatch day by day all my previous vlogs So like day one of next year, I want to watch day one, and then just sort of maybe highlight some of the ways I've grown, and like, this is an awful moment from this vlog, but this is a great moment. And I'd like to even sort of do like some quick screen capture, and start making a best of moment playlist on my channel. So like maybe
Well,
someone jumps in.
something I've seen on some other channels, like I think Justine and I think maybe Casey's done this, is at the end of the year, they just take all the vlogs, put them together, boom, boom, boom. So it's like it's one giant, like 19-hour video or something, and they
Yeah,
upload that as like this mega. And I don't know what kind of traction a video like that gets or what kind of watch time it gets, but especially if you achieve your 365 and 365,
yeah.
something like that. You could do something, even if you actually did it more as like a live stream where you put them all back to back and then they just played and people were like watching it live, like jumping in the chat, jumping out. Something like that would be cool.
Yeah, and that's what I've thought of. Like, I want to when I get my GoPro giveaway back up and rolling. It sort of fell off while I was on vacation. I thought about like just putting on loop other vloggers like that I like people like from our group, but also other vloggers I like to watch on loop for the stream. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not opposed to any ideas. I guess I just feel like there's so many different possibilities, and oftentimes I get distracted and go in 10 different directions, and I just need to be focused. Like one big thing,
Go ahead.
like when the school year starts, I do so much more than vlogging. Like every day I have a different tradition at school. So like on Mondays I wear moccasins and socks. Moccasin socks Mondays. And then on Tuesdays I wear bow ties. Wednesdays I wear wacky pants. Thursdays are thrift shop Thursdays. I go to a thrift shop and buy like an old jacket that somebody died in probably. I wear it all day and then I give it away to the kids. And then I do like funky hair Friday. So I do all these different things. And then I do like a riddle of the day and a quote of the day and all these other social media posts. And it's really tough to keep up with all of it. But it's like a bunch of different stuff I have to do, but it's a bunch of stuff I love to do.
Wow.
And the kids love it, so.
And just to kind of, since you were talking about school, Cassie wants to know when you're going back and how you're going to balance the workload on both sides.
Wow. Well, as of right now, I am set to go back August 21st for teacher in service, and I think the first day with kids is that Wednesday or Thursday. But since I know the small group of people watching here, and I've already sort of talked about this. I have an interview Thursday that I'm pretty excited about. I won't get my hopes up too much, but it's at my alma mater, and I worked there 1 year out of college, and then my job got cut, and then my wife works there now, so it's a good opportunity, and it'll be a different move. So we'll wait and see if that pans out. If it doesn't, then I have a job, so I can't complain too much.
All right. All right. So I want to thank you for joining me tonight, Matt. This was really
Thanks.
great. This is the first time we've really had we've texted a whole bunch, and this is the first time we've really had the opportunity to kind of, do this. I think that if ever we are in the same place physically, we definitely have to get together for like drinks or dinner or something like that. Because I think that, and we have to vlog it. We have to like cross vlogception it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I've been scheming this big idea of Vlogfest. It's gonna be. I want it to be something pretty cool. It's gonna have to be like a summertime thing, but like I want to do like just like a long weekend, like 2-3 days, where like you just do everything that like bucket list stuff, like go skydiving, bungee jumping, whitewater rafting, just extreme different things. Just like with all of us together or good friends, and just enjoy.
I still think we should take all our group together and do the vlog house.
Yeah, we could do that.
That would be insane.
That would be like VidCon type stuff. Like that would fit well there. where you can
Yeah.
take some time and just film something different. But I'd like to do a summer edition, and then I'd like to do like a winter edition too. Like I don't know who else in our group of friends likes to ski or snowboard, but we could easily do like a weekend getaway, like at a lodge somewhere, and just rent like a little cabin and just kick back, have a few beers, hit the slopes, hit our face. Just I don't know. There's a lot of fun to be had in this world, and
Yeah.
we're all at this
And-
age now where we can choose the people around us.
Yeah. Well, and also we should be, it's the entire aspect of if you're not enjoying what you're doing, maybe you shouldn't be doing it. And so,
Absolutely, yeah.
and I know that's kind of what's been bugging me lately is I'm like, I'm not enjoying what I'm doing to make money. So I have to figure out how to stop doing that without making myself homeless.
And that's, I don't know. I gotta find another way to make more money because I'm not enjoying delivering pizzas. Obviously, like I just enjoy doing things in general, so I don't hate it. But
you got to slip in an extra flyer. You have the pizza box, and then there's usually a flyer attached to the top for the restaurant. You have to slip another one underneath with your YouTube channel.
Oh, I've done that before. I've written in side of pizza boxes positive messages, and then put the Mr. DeVizzle on YouTube. So I've done a lot of fun stuff on the vlog with pizzas.
I approve of that. That's kind of cool, especially when you mix it in with not just promoting your channel, but you put in like the positive saying or something. Okay.
Absolutely, yeah. So.
All right. Well, we're gonna wrap this up now because I'm gonna let you get some sleep. And I'm going to let myself get some sleep because I think I am going to go back to my day job tomorrow. I work from home today, but so we will be back with another Monday night live chats next week. I haven't quite confirmed my guest for that just yet, so you'll have to look for that. But I will put that up on the upcoming episodes as soon as I can. And then after that, the week after that, the day of the total solar eclipse, my guest will be JD Tech TV. So we'll be talking a little bit of YouTube and a little bit of science nerd stuff. So I hope that you join us for that and that you enjoy and that you all have a good evening. And I will talk to you guys soon.